Hey everyone, Zenzo here. Today I want to share with you 7 fish that are underrated in the aquarium hobby. Now these fish might be underrated because people might look down on them as beginner fish. Maybe there isn't enough information on them. Some may have bad reputations, while others may be a bit forgotten in the hobby. This list is not going to cover any rare or hard to find fish, but more so focus on fish that may be readily available but overlooked. The first fish on this list is a fish that many people may have started with as young kids, the common goldfish. Now, goldfish can be broken up into a couple of categories. On one side, you have the fancy goldfish. You've got ranchus and ryukins and orandas and more that get the majority of the limelight. On the other side, you have the common goldfish. Now, some of you may have won a common goldfish at a fair, while some of you may have seen them in stores as feeder fish. The common goldfish can be, in fact, a very fun fish to keep in the right setup. Goldfish generally have a peaceful temperament, are quite hardy, easy to feed, and come in various color patterns. They can get larger than a lot of other fish on this list, so you'll want to keep them in larger aquariums or outdoor ponds. Goldfish are also cool water fish, so you don't need a heater with these, and will thrive at room temperature and even in many outdoor setups. A couple of challenges with keeping goldfish is that they tend to be a bit messier due to their digestive tract, and they can also be hard on aquarium plants. Hardier, potted plants will usually fare better. The next fish on this list can be extremely useful in many aquariums, the Otocinclus. Now, Otocinclus or ottos are small herbivore catfish from South America that are very peaceful and a complement to most planet aquariums. These small catfish tend to be shy, often nocturnal, and are most confident when kept in small groups. The reason that ottos can be extremely useful is that they graze on algae. Their small bodies, which are usually about 1 to 2 inches in size, allows them to rest on leaves of your aquatic plants, scraping algae off of the leaves with their specially shaped mouths. It is important to ensure that your ottos have enough to eat. If there's minimal algae in your aquarium, be sure to offer vegetable or algae-based foods like Rapashi Soylent Green, algae wafers, or even things like canned green beans. Otocinclus do best in peaceful planted community tanks. Number 3 on this list are a group of fish, barbs. Now, barbs come in many shapes, colors, and sizes. Examples of various barbs are the tiger barb, the rosy barb, gold barbs, cherry barbs, the denison barbs, and many more. The reason that some people tend to shy away from barbs may be due to the fact that some are semi-aggressive and tend to be fin nippers. However, under the right conditions and stocking levels, barbs can be wonderful to keep. Watching them feed can be exciting. Try dropping a cube of frozen bloodworms in a tank to see what they do. And the colors and activity can be similar to what people experience with other popular colorful fish, like African cichlids as an example, without having to worry about plants getting eaten or destroyed. If you want an exciting aquarium with colorful, active fish, look at barbs. The 4th fish on this list is the zebra Danio. Now, some Danios like the celestial pearl Danio may get a lot of attention due to their beauty and trout-like appearance. The zebra Danio in its natural state can be a fun schooling fish to keep. They are quite beautiful with their slender torpedo-shaped bodies with blue or purple horizontal lines that run from gill to tail. These energetic, fast-swimming fish usually will occupy the upper parts of the aquarium, actively looking for food, and also do well in cooler tanks of around 72 degrees. They are generally peaceful, although they can be a bit fin nippy, are easy to feed omnivores, and also an easy to breed egg scattering fish. Number 5 on this list may not be underrated by true aquarium fans, but if you tell a random non-fish keeping person that you keep them, they're often unimpressed. And that's guppies. Guppies are live bears that are extremely common all over the world, can take a variety of water conditions from fresh to brackish, and are one of the easiest types of fish to breed. Because of their beautiful appearance and small bodies, they can also complement many aquariums quite well. A guppy-only tank is truly an astonishing sight to behold because of their flashy fins and energetic behavior, but you can easily keep them with other peaceful tank baits like corridors and small tetras. Just avoid adding any aggressive fish that may nip their fins or eat them. Because guppies reproduce quickly, it's best to keep them in an aquarium of at least 10 gallons, although if you control the population or only keep a few males, they can be kept in smaller tanks like 5 gallons. The 6th fish on this list is actually a fish that is endangered in the wild due to loss of habitat, making their existence in the hobby extremely important, the white cloud mountain minnow. White clouds make a great schooling fish for your cool water aquarium. These fish are quite hardy and can handle various water parameters as well as cooler water. White clouds are generally peaceful, although you may get some sparring between males during breeding. Increasing the size of the school will help, as well as having some aquarium plants to help block lines of sight. Now, white clouds also spawn readily, so breeding these to share with friends and spread them in the hobby is very easy to do. To learn more about care and how to breed these, check out the link down below. That will direct you to our website where we have an article on these cool fish. Last but not least on this list, we have the paradise fish. Now, the paradise fish, sometimes called the paradise gourami, are beautiful bubble nesting fish from Southeast Asia. They're actually one of the earliest ornamental aquarium fish available to Western aquarium keepers going back into the 1800s. Their appearance can be quite striking, often with banded stripes of vivid colors of reds and blues, and even albino variants that have reddish-orange fins. Paradise fish have a labyrinth organ that allows them to draw oxygen from the surface like bettas and gouramis. Also, like bettas and gouramis, they tend to be more aggressive, so tank mates can be a challenge. They do better in solo setups or with larger, non-aggressive fish that won't nip at them. Paradise fish are extremely hardy and can handle a wide range of water parameters and temperatures from the low 60s to the mid 80s. Breeding paradise fish is similar to breeding bettas, where the male will build a bubble nest and care for the eggs until they hatch. Now, paradise fish used to be much more popular and common in the hobby. They may be a little bit harder to find now, but if you are looking for that beautiful centerpiece fish and want something else besides a betta or a gourami, then look into the paradise fish. Because what list is complete without having a bonus, I have one more fish to share with you today, and this fish is also a great little worker in the aquarium and may be perfect for you as an algae cleaner if Otocinclus are too small or your tank is a little bit cooler in temperature. That fish is the Hillstream Loach. Now, there are many types of Hillstream Loaches, so we will cover the reticulated Hillstream Loach for this video specifically. The reticulated Hillstream Loach, which sometimes may be called the Tiger Hillstream Loach, or you might hear them as the gold-ringed butterfly sucker. They're a small fish around 2 to 2.5 inches, and they look like miniature stingrays. Now, they are found in streams, rivers, pools, and parts of Southeast Asia, and they're quite hardy. They can handle a wide range of water temperatures from as low as about 65 degrees Fahrenheit up to 80 degrees, making these perfect for your unheated cool water tanks to your tropical community aquariums. However, they do better when the temperatures in the mid 70s or lower. They don't do so great when it's super warm. They do best when the pH is stable between about 7.0 and 7.8. Now, one thing to keep in mind is to ensure that you have a well-fitting lid to prevent them from climbing up the glass and escaping. They're relatively peaceful and won't nip or bother your other fish. And while Hillstream Loaches are excellent little algae cleaners for your planet aquarium, they're omnivorous, so they will need to be fed additional foods such as Repashy gel foods or sinking wafers. Hillstream Loaches can be bred if your tank is established and has a fair amount of mulm and algae, infusoria, things for them to graze on. And you do want to have a lot of hiding places, like having a good pile of rocks can be beneficial. Now, overall, the Hillstream Loach is a great fish to have in your tank and a lot of fun to observe. Hopefully this video gave you some ideas on different types of fish to keep. Now, what do you think are some other underrated aquarium fish that we didn't cover? Let us know down below in the comments. And also, we picked another video that we thought you might like, and you can watch that right here.